Welcome to an all-new episode of the Post Game. I am your host, Davion, and I am joined by my boy, Elijah.
Eli.
And today we'll be talking about some soccer transfers. It's the first of the year, and, always it's one of my favorite times of the year for any sports is seeing the players move from team to team. But, Eli, how are you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Doing good. It's a new year, fresh start, living life, Doing good, man. How are you?
I'm good. I am good. Um, like you said, yeah, new year, same start. Same stuff for me, though. Life still goes on. But we're gonna start off by talking about Napoli forward Lanzerno Insignia being offered a 5-year deal by Toronto FC as an MLS club, and he would make an $11.5 million a year. I think it is a done deal. I think they're waiting to announce it on the weekend, but that's a lot of money, man. For I think it's $11.5 million a year for a 5.5-year deal. I think he'll be a good fit in MLS, man. He's been torching it up for Napoli for years. I think he's just ready to be done with football after the next in 6 years.
Yeah, slow down. Yeah, pretty much like you said, that is a good, pretty much good salary
He got
a
that
year,
bag.
especially like for MLS.
Yeah,
I think that's like the highest pay. He'd be the highest player on MLS.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think they get paid like that. So pretty
Yeah, but
good.
I think it'll be good for the MLS anyway. Bringing some more big names from Europe to the US,
Yeah.
which would be good for him. I think he can still play well at the level he's at. But
Just a little side note on that, before we talk about another topic. New York City won, and New York City is my hometown. I say that's my second home because people swear, I'm from Charlotte, which I guess I am, but I'm always gonna rep NYC till I die. So yeah, NYC won. So
yeah, so congratulations to what I think it's New York City. I think that's just the team name. Yeah.
yeah,
And then
New York
MLS,
City.
congratulations for them for winning it all this season. Charlotte FC is coming for you.
Mm,
First game in 2 months, almost from
mm,
today's date. So, let's go Charlotte FC.
mm.
But yeah, the next soccer transfer news we have, Kieran Trippier, English right back who plays for Atletico Madrid right now, is close to signing a deal with Newcastle for I think it's about 35 to 40 million.
Yeah.
I think it's almost at the end where it's like they're just signing pens and papers. So I think that'll be a good move for him as well as for Newcastle. How do you feel about it?
Uh, Not really too much to say. He's just coming back to England and stuff.
Yeah, he's played really
How's he been
well
doing
for
that? How's he
really
been
well.
doing?
He's played really
Okay,
well for Atletico Madrid. I
okay,
mean, he got
yeah,
called up to the England Euros last summer. Um, I think he's really revamped his career in Spain. So, I mean, good for him.
yeah.
Good
It's
for
good to
him.
see him back in UK.
Yeah, I think he'll play well for Newcastle. He'll bring some talent as well as some leadership because I think he's 34 years old or 31, something like that. So he's a little bit more experienced than some of the guys that they have now, and that'll add some depth to their club as well. I know
Yeah,
they're making to do a total of 4 signings. I think this window of Newcastle. So we'll see how that is.
yeah. It'd be good for Newcastle to sign him, just to have
Yeah,
that, like you said, that leadership. And he got the experience. He played for Tottenham, so he
he
should
did.
know how it works
I
out.
forgot he played for Tottenham.
Yeah, so he should know how it works out. Even though Newcastle's not doing too good, but we'll see.
See. But some notable free agents that will be starting pre-contract agreements right now. Onana, he's a keeper who plays for Ajax right now. Azpilicueta, who I think is going to sign with Barcelona, if I'm not mistaken. I think they've already started the pre-contract agreements right now for so I think he'll sign with Barcelona in the fall. I mean, in the summer. I think Xavi is really trying to push for success back again at Barcelona. Um, Saul, who's the center back for Bayern Munich, I don't know where he'll go. I think he'll probably go to For some reason, I'm feeling that he'll go to Italy. I think he'll probably go to um, Juventus or Napoli, one of the top clubs over there. I know they yeah, I know they are always looking for a center back. Christensen for Chelsea as well. I think Chelsea right now are just having a terrible time trying to build contracts for their players because we have Aspilicueta who's about to go for free, Christensen who might go for free, Rudiger who we'll talk about a little bit, who might
Yeah.
go for free.
Hmm.
We just signed Thiago Silva to a 1 year extension, so that's a plus. Um, but yeah, Elijah, you want to read off the next couple?
We also got Pogba leaving, which I think it's about that time for Pogba to leave Man
Yeah.
United.
Where do
He's
you think
been
he
there
would
what
go?
for 4 years.
At least.
Yeah, so I honestly don't know because I want to see him at Real Madrid. I've been wanting him to come to Real Madrid ever since he was at Juventus, but he ended up going to Man United. And Man United is one of my second favorite teams, so I was also happy about that. But Man United right now is in a slump and a slope, and we just trying to figure out the pieces we need to just be that United team. And we also just trying to find a coach as well that we can work with. But where I see Pablo going, I don't know. I would probably say it's between he gonna go to France and go to PSG,
Mm.
or he might play for Madrid. He might come to Madrid. He might come to Spain. But he did say that he don't want to play in Spain, so I don't know. But I will mostly see him at PSG.
There's three places for me. There's like you said, PSG. There's Real Madrid, and there's Juventus. I think he could probably go back to Juventus. I think he really liked
Mm,
Italy. I think he liked Italy. I think he liked what they were, and I mean, yeah.
yeah,
I listen. I think he'll probably stay. Even though he's just not it anymore in the Premier League. I think he's all washed out. If we're being
yeah, he
real, he
is.
hasn't adapted like the Buenas have, or like
He's all.
the yeah,
He's
go
also
ahead.
like injury prone as well. Like he
Yeah, he
gets
is.
injured at least every season. So yeah, um, yeah, he just couldn't adapt to the England style. You know,
Yeah,
that's just not his role.
yeah. That next one is Kessie. I think he is currently plays a center of defensive mid for. Oh, I'm gonna butcher this. He plays for AC Milan right now.
Yes.
I think he will probably look to go to like the Prem or to the Bundesliga. I think he's looking for just a new challenge. Honestly, they probably could ink him up this season, but I don't know. You never know when it comes to those guys.
I did hear that Tottenham was looking into him, so he might go to English, like you said.
That'd
So,
be a good signing for Tottenham as well. Um,
hmm
they need it.
oh
Tottenham's
yeah,
just
definitely
they're,
need it.
they're so bad.
They just not how they used to be. So,
Well, I think Conte is looking to just do something, and it just takes a little while to do. Um,
hmm
Harry Kane has just not produced enough for them as well. I
Harry
know.
Kane's not the old Harry Kane.
Well, I mean, he had
He did
that
come back from an injury, so yeah,
that, and he had that mess at the beginning of the season where it's just, I think, limited his
playing time.
just play not playing time, but like limited his mind of football. Like it looks like he was just a little bit outside of playing soccer, and so I don't know. Hopefully that he can come back and he can be better next season or just for the rest of the season. Because right now Tottenham, they're not terrible, but they're like in the middle of the road right now.
Yeah,
The next name, Ousmane Dembele, right winger for Barcelona. Barcelona played 110 million, 100 million for Dembele from Dortmund. What 3, 4 seasons ago now?
three.
He is the most injured prone. Um,
Since he been there, just
disappointment. And this is not me like killing him. This is just me just calling it real. I mean, he just
yeah.
hasn't produced enough for Barcelona. If I'm him, I'm looking to go to I mean, like another top club, but I'm looking to go somewhere where it's not as hard to play,
Yeah.
or something. I think Newcastle are looking at him. I think some Italian clubs are looking at him as well. Um,
hmm
But it'll be good to see him away from Barcelona to get his season restarted. Yeah, but Dembele just, and I hope he can revamp his career wherever he goes, whether it's the Prem or back to Germany or Italy. Or I don't think he'll stay in Spain. I think he'll leave Spain. But yeah. The next notable, very notable, probably one of the best players that we're going to talk about today is Mbappe. He is now up for transfer. I mean, his contract's about to end in May or July 1st. I think the actual day is.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think he'll go?
Madrid. He been
Mm,
wanting to go to Madrid since the season, since the start of the season. He
mm-hmm.
was trying to leave, but PSG wouldn't let him go. And he was heavily linked with Madrid, and we was like this close on signing him, but PSG pulled out at the last second. So I guess PSG is just going to keep him until his contract expires. I guess they don't want money. So
I mean, they were offered 250 million or something crazy like that
yeah,
for
250.
him, and they
Mm-hmm.
still said no. So I mean, when you talk about these clubs over in Europe, like the PSG, like the Chelsea, like the City, like these owners are so rich that $250 million is nothing for them. It's just crazy to think that they said no to $250 million. But
You would think PSG needed with all the players they got. So
exactly. But I mean, but they did. It's so crazy. They didn't buy a single one of those players.
you
Well,
said
they didn't
what?
buy. They didn't buy like a Messi. They didn't buy the Messi or the
Yeah, Messi was
Ramoses.
free. Yeah, and
Ramos was free as
Ramos.
well.
Ramos was free. Yeah.
But
Contracts. You gotta think about contracts though.
I'm
People
sure
want money.
those contracts are nuts. I'm sure.
Yeah, people want
Um,
money now.
but yeah, I do agree with you. I think Mbappe will probably go to Madrid. Um, Madrid, or he'll go to what's that club in England called? Oh yeah, Manchester City. He'll either go to Madrid or
Yeah,
City. I mean, City needs a. Okay, let me rephrase that.
City does need a striker,
They don't,
but
but they don't need a striker,
they don't, but they need a primary striker. Like the players that they have, they rotate and stuff. So
and
like,
they're
but
so
they
good at it.
and they so good at it, exactly. But you gotta also realize who's they coach again?
Pep Guardiola, and he's leaving after this
Exactly. And
season as
he's
well.
leaving. Exactly. So, we don't know if Man City's going to be that same team when he's gone. They still going to be good, but I
I don't
don't
think
think they'll be perfect on how they are now.
they won't be perfect like Pep. Pep's
Yeah.
just too good too.
Pep made that team too good.
Yeah, I mean he's just a master of a coach,
Coach.
and
He's just that great.
they're generally gonna miss him.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
but yeah, I think Mbappe will probably end up at
Hmm.
Madrid for on a free transfer this summer. Or PSG, if they cut a big enough check, they could probably keep him. But we'll just have to see. The next up, Dembele. I mean Pablo
Tabala?
Dybala. Yeah, he Juventus center forward right now. I think he's been wanting to leave Juventus for like years, like
A
2 or 3
minute. It's been
years,
a minute. I think he's been wanting to leave since 2 years ago.
and he's just stayed just because.
Hmm.
I think now his contract's ended. I don't know if he wants to re re up it, renew it. I'm sorry, but I don't know. I think he do wants to play in England though.
I
I
was about
think
to say,
he
what
probably
teams you can
goes.
see him at?
I can see him at United. I can see him at United for sure. I can see him at
I say
Tottenham
United and Tottenham. Yeah, I was
playing
about to
playing with
say
Conte
United and Tottenham.
again.
Hmm.
I could see him at
Can you see
Chelsea.
him at your team?
I
I was
mean,
about to say, can you see him at
we
Chelsea?
were rumored to have him like we bid for him like 3 seasons ago, but
Hmm.
that's like 3 managers ago as well. So I don't know if we still want him.
Yeah, I have enough midfielders hot as it is, so I
Yeah,
don't
you
think I
do.
need another
I'll
one.
work on that back line, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I genuinely don't know where he's rumored to go right now. I would say that he is one of the better players coming out of this. Actually, it looks like they're offering him a new deal. Yeah, I think they're gonna offer him a new deal. Paulo Dybala, which would be good for him. I mean, he's wanted it for so long. Yeah, him renewing his contract will be pretty good. Um, because that's after I just said all of what I just said. I think just reading that they'll probably renew his contract, that'll be pretty helpful for him. I mean, I think Juventus is probably the limit for him. I don't think he wants to face any new challenges. He's collecting that bag at Juventus, so why not stay there for the rest of your career, right?
Mm, no, I think it's eventually he'll up and leave. He needs to.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like he'll eventually leave. Right now, he's the only what?
He's their
I won't say
only.
only star player, but he's the only player that's been there for a minute. And
Yeah. I mean, you got Chiellini.
he's
I mean, attacking wise, yes.
I'm talking about attacking wise. I'm not talking about oldest player that's been there for years at Ventus. I'm just saying like attacking wise and stuff,
Yeah.
midfield wise too. He's been there with through up and down. And right now Juventus is in the down moment, so he's
Yeah.
still there. So
All right. So, this just in reading Sky Sports, they have agreed to a fee for Kieran Trippier. There is no number, but they just said the fee is agreed on to. So now it's just a
it's
matter of
official.
time. Just a matter of time before they
Get him to
do it.
Newcastle. Yeah.
Actually, update the range is $12 million. That's what the fee ish is looking like for the 31-year-old to get back to the Premier League. So good for him, man. Good for him and good for Newcastle for making that first signing as the new owners come in. The next player we're gonna talk about, Luis Suarez, man. He has been torching it right now and for
A
Atletico
lot of
Madrid,
cool.
but his
Yeah.
contract's expiring. I mean, him playing that well, do you go somewhere else or do you stay? Like,
I think he should stay. I think because he's been at Barca. First, he went to Barca,
mhm.
was netted up for Barca as well with Messi and Neymar. And Barca, did they loan him or he got signed to Atletico?
Atletico, he walked for
Yeah,
he. They let him go for free because
for free.
they
That
had no
is
money to
true
pay
because they
him.
didn't have nobody. Yeah, they didn't have nobody to
No
they
money
didn't
to
have
pay
enough
him.
to
Yeah.
pay. Exactly. So and he's just been netting up for Atletico too. But what I will say is, I think okay, I would say he should stay, but I also would say I think it's his time to leave Spain as well and go somewhere else.
So I'm reading something that was posted yesterday. It said Luis Suarez decides to leave Atletico Madrid and reunite with Messi at his new club.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. I think he will. I think he should go somewhere else and go back to like what they used to be called again when he was there. Neymar. What was the
MSN,
name?
MSN.
MSN. Yes, I think he should go to PSG and just
I think
be
he's looking
MSN
for an
there.
MLS move, man.
Oh yeah, MLS won't be bad either.
Yeah, I think he's gonna move to Inter Miami and wait for Messi to come there in a couple of seasons.
That won't be bad as well.
I
I
mean,
can see that.
for that career that he's had, and for him to just retire while still playing football in quotes.
He he's still
Um,
gonna be known regardless if he
I mean, he's gonna
do
be known. He's gonna
go
be able to
to.
play at a high standard as well. I mean, you just netted.
Yeah, he's just a wonderful striker. So.
Yeah, and that's I think if that's what he wants to do, that's a good move for him as well.
Hmm.
Di Maria is our next player we're gonna talk about. He's been playing pretty good for them for PSG as well. Um,
Hmm.
that's it'll be interesting to see where he goes. I just a bunch of these guys are either gonna resign or they're gonna leave. Well, obviously, Mulan offered. I see Mulan offered for PS for Di Maria. Um, a whole bunch of clubs are looking at him. I don't know. I just don't know where he's gonna go. I mean, he's
Hmm.
he's cracking into like what 34 years old. Um, he's still scoring, but he's scoring in the French league, which is a little different from any other league.
Hmm.
Um, so we'll just have to. I
So
mean,
where can you see him going to if he do leave PSG?
I don't think he goes like. I think he goes probably to Italy. I think
Italy?
that's I
Okay.
think that's more of his pace. Um,
Enter. I can see Enter.
Maybe Inter, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe AC Milan. I think that's
AC
who offered
Milan.
him right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I don't know. Either he does that or he stays. I don't know. I don't think he leaves this window, but I think he goes on for free somewhere else during the
Yeah.
summer. Um, and so that'll just be something to look into and look out for. Next one, Jesse
Mm-hmm.
Lingard, Cam for Manchester United. Um, should have
It's time
left.
for him to go.
Well, he
Yeah.
should have left at the
He
beginning of the
should stay at
season.
West Ham.
He should have stayed. I mean, West Ham
Yeah.
wanted him back.
Mm-hmm.
United wanted too much money. Um, I hope he. I really do hope they let him go.
We
This
should let him
window.
go.
I think they're gonna let him go for significantly cheaper, like 15 million, if I'm not mistaken. 15 to 20, I think
We should
was
have
the
just
number.
sold him. We should have just sold him when we got rid of him. When we put him on that loan because it's like, I mean,
Yeah.
we don't even play him. We don't start him. He's on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, we're not letting him, build how he was at West Ham because he was doing good last season with West Ham.
Played great for West Ham last season.
So he should just go back to West Ham, pretty much.
I really do hope they allow him back. Well, I hope that I know West Ham still has been putting in offers for him. I
Hmm.
do hope, I really do hope that he.
It's just up to Man United to just sell him. But if not, he'd be a free loan, a free person.
It's killing me
Just
that these United's willing players just waste away and leave on free.
wasting
Um,
talent. But not even just United, just other big clubs as well, like PSG.
exactly. Exactly. I was just
No,
being harsh. But
like always.
uh, I would say maybe sometime. West Ham did make another bid for Jesse Lingard.
Hmm.
Um, but United is again trying to get as much money as possible out of him, which is I think it's gonna land them right on their face because that's just not. Just go get the money, man. Just go get what you need, and but hopefully West Ham can get him back and he can be scoring the same ways he did last season.
Yeah.
The last one, Alexander Lacazette. He is a striker right now for Arsenal. Um, I personally think he will resign. Don't know why, because it just doesn't look good for him right now. He has been playing well for Arsenal. They have been playing really good football recently. Um, but I just don't think he'll sign back with them. Mainly because I think Arsenal are at this point they are loving the young players that they have, and their young players right now are playing phenomenally. Um, and they also just they're just in the process of looking for a new striker that's younger that can be better. And I think one of one of the players that we are looking at is Real Sociedad's striker Alexander Isak, who's
Hmm.
honestly who's played really well for Sweden and Real Sociedad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like the move for him. I know he's been saying that he wants to move. I think
Hmm.
Arsenal would have to pay about $50 million to get him to the club. But I do think that won't happen until the summer, until they see what pieces start moving early in the transfer window.
I
Um,
got something to say on that.
yeah, go ahead.
I think Lacazette should just leave,
Yeah.
and Arsenal finds a better striker or another striker. Because I'm not to say Lacazette is terrible, but he just hasn't been that striker for Arsenal since they signed him.
Well,
The
that
first, the
and
start of
wait,
the
Lacazette.
season,
Yeah, Lacazette.
yeah,
Yeah.
start of the season he was okay, but it's like he just don't fit the Arsenal play style as a striker.
Well, he brings a lot more there. I mean, he brings in leadership, character, a little bit of flair. He's been playing better. Like he genuinely has been playing a better soccer right now.
Better
And
than
so
Aubameyang.
I don't want to get that. I don't even want to get that started. I mean, it's been 15 matches that Lacazette has played, and he only has 3 goals. That's just not clinical enough for a star striker for a star club. And so I
Yeah,
think they will have to look for something else.
yeah.
Um,
They're gonna have to let him go
but
eventually.
like you just said, let's harp on Aubameyang real fast. he has just been a head case. I think Arsenal right now are looking like if there's a suitable offer for Aubameyang, I think they will take it.
Hmm
Um, but I
I
think
think
they are right.
Aubameyang. I think what Aubameyang should have did, because I think I won't say he messed up his career, but I think he should have just pretty much did what Marcus Royce did. I think he should just stay at Dortmund,
Hmm.
honestly,
Yeah.
because you know he just can't fit into the English role as a striker because he hasn't been putting up them numbers since he's been to Arsenal.
I mean that, and he just
He's been
hasn't.
struggling.
I mean his attitude has changed. He got ripped of his captaincy this past or 2 weeks ago ish, something like that.
Hmm hmm
Um, just because he just isn't being obedient to the rules that management has set.
Yeah,
I think Aubameyang's time in the Prem is done.
it's
Um,
near.
I surely wouldn't want him. Um, but yeah. Um,
I have one more player to talk about
yeah,
that's
but
a free agent um this summer. Isco on Real Madrid. Um I think Real Madrid had made a final decision on letting him go
hmm
this summer. Any teams you think he'll go to? Me, I've been seeing that Tottenham been looking into him for Deli Ali because Deli Ali is his near as well. Because I pretty much I think they might do a swap deal on getting rid of Deli for Isco.
hmm
I did see something on that. So yeah,
I,
what do you
I
think?
I do agree. I think Spurs has been looking into him. He's just not in Ancelotti's long-term plan at Madrid, so we'll just have to.
Mm, But not even Ancelotti. He's also when
He's getting kind of up in age as well.
that too, but also dang, how can I forget the best coach that carried us back to back UCL? Um,
Sedan,
Sadan. Boom. Yeah, so, like he wasn't fitting in with him as well, so
yeah.
you know, so it's just it's time to go and leave from the bed. Plus, that I ain't gonna lie, that man there, he's not even really worried about soccer. That man there just worrying about creating kids, popping babies.
Who is go?
Yes, that man worried about popping
How many kids he
babies.
got?
How many kids he got?
Mhm.
He got three, four on the way.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good without that at this point in my life.
hmm
No, but yeah. Moving on to some a couple of done deals that we already have. Fernand Torres.
Ryan
Yes,
Torres.
yeah, Fernand Torres. I don't know why I'm struggling saying his name. From Manchester City, signed with Barcelona. Back in December, late December, for 55-ish million.
Yeah.
Um, Pep was asked why he would let such a dominant like young guy go, and Pep said because he asked. I mean, he's not gonna hold someone hostage who doesn't want to be there. And so
hmm
Pep let him go for $55 million.
What do you think his outcome going to be there for
I
Barcelona
think I think it'll be great for Barcelona. I mean, he plays really well. He played really well for Manchester
City?
City,
hmm
so that's just gonna be easy. And especially if Barca can get their back to their old ways of playing football, he'll be good. But coming to find out, he has COVID, so he won't be playing for the first couple weeks.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so that's a loss for them already.
hmm
Rafinha getting signed to Real Sociedad on loan from PSG. I think he just hasn't been playing much and enough for PSG, so they just thought it'd be fine for him to go.
Yeah.
Everton has signed Patterson from Rangers for about 16 million. It's a 5-year deal. He's a very young talent, has a lot of potential to be great. Um, and I mean that's all you really need, especially as a club who's looking to develop
Young players.
a lot of their young players and a lot of their squad.
That's one thing I could say about Everton. They are really good at when it comes to their what you call them, youth
Youth,
squad.
yeah, youth and
Yeah, when it
academy
comes to their youth
players.
squad, academy players, they very good at that on building them up and just making stars out of them. Because what? There's like 3 stars from Everton that I can think of right now. Lukaku for one, he came from Everton. Who else?
He's actually at
Ross
Chelsea too.
Barkley. Ross Barkley.
Hmm.
He's at Chelsea as well.
There were two Chelsea Academy boys.
And who else I know? That's all I can think of right now. But Everton has been building up a good youth squad this year
Yeah.
and signings. So just another young talent that's going to Everton again.
Yeah. Um, Next up, Rudiger, Chelsea defender who's been playing really well, to be real. And this really sucks to have to read this out loud, but um, earlier in the summer we didn't offer him nearly as much money as he wanted. So as of now, I mean the talks are still ongoing to get him signed up for a couple more years, but
Oh, he's leaving.
he looks like he's going to be going to a different
Oh
club.
yeah, he's leaving.
Um,
He's not staying. Sucks for Chelsea fans.
Madrid, PSG, Bayern, and Juventus will all make contact with him. I personally think it'll be Bayern who takes him if Chelsea doesn't re-sign him, just because Bayern has a really big checkbook and he's German, and why not want to play for a German club?
Right.
Um, yeah,
If not, I could see Italy. I could see Juventus.
yeah, Juventus as well. I think Juventus is also looking to, I wouldn't say looking to sell De Ligt that they bought from Ajax a couple seasons ago, but they're looking to do something. I see. I don't know what they're doing with the lick, but I don't know. PSG they're losing so like we were talking about earlier, so
Yeah, they don't
we'll,
need to sign no more players.
they'll need a new center back.
Hmm.
But Southampton came out today that they are getting $100 million Serbian cable TV company that backed them for a financial takeover. So they'll have $100 million to spend in this window and
Hmm.
some whatever they have left to spend in the next window. I think it's big for them. I think Southampton is $100 million away from being a good club with a good captain in Will Prowse. They can come and get some star strikers, uh, some wingers that can come up the field. I meant some like defensive wingers that can come up the field. That'll be better.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Um, Next up, Coutinho reportedly wants to leave Barcelona after the season. I think he's just been a head case after he left. Um, After he
Liverpool.
left Liverpool, almost like Hazard for Chelsea and Madrid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Agreed.
I think Hazard is looking to leave as well to Milan, maybe this coming off season. But yeah, um,
What can you
yeah,
see? What teams you see him going to? If
Coutinho. I can see him going back to the Prem. I think he could probably go to Newcastle. I think he's actually on Newcastle's radar as of now. Um,
I was
it
about to
is
say, I was about to say it's too late for him to go back to Liverpool, right? Liverpool already got the players.
Yeah, Liverpool. They're doing they're doing what they need to do as of now without him, and I don't think he has room in that squad, even if he does sign
How
back
about
with.
Tottenham?
I mean, Tottenham can use anybody. They're that bad. So
Hmm.
yeah. What about you? What do you think he can go?
Pretty much back to the Prem. He needs to go back to the Prem if he wants to like save his career again. But um, pretty much Tottenham. Um, Tottenham, United, maybe United. I hate to say this, but I could actually, y'all don't need him, but I could actually see him at Chelsea as well.
I doubt he'll come to Chelsea. Who's this?
Yeah,
No, not him.
yeah. I can see Chelsea and Tottenham. Mostly Tottenham though. Tottenham like need all the help they can, especially midfield wise.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know. That team is just they've been a very
oh,
underachieving team this season.
hmm.
Um, but one of the last things we're going to talk about, or the last thing we're going to talk about, actually, Erling Haaland set to make his final decisions about his career at Dortmund January 31st. I think that's the day they're going to come out and he's going to come out and say what he wants and
All
where he's
right.
going to go.
Hmm.
Um, Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester City, Manchester United, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, or PSG. Those are the teams, or stay at Dortmund. Those are the teams that he has to choose from. I think he'll probably choose
City,
City or
City.
Chelsea.
No, not Chelsea.
I would hope Chelsea. I really
Yeah, of
would.
course you would say that, but I would say City. I would say between definitely Prem. I don't think he should go to Spain. I don't think he should go to Spain.
Well, he's either going to go to Barcelona
He's definitely go to Madrid. He's
or
definitely gonna go to
City. Well,
Madrid.
no.
He's
Why would he go to Madrid when y'all
if
are getting
I,
Mbappe?
well, that's if we get Mbappe. But if
I
we
mean, if he's
don't,
going to go for free next summer, he 100% will go to
yeah,
Madrid.
he might go to Madrid. But nah, Spain wise, he shouldn't go to Spain in general. I
You
say he
just
should
don't
go
want
to
to see.
Prem.
You just don't want to see him on Barcelona.
I just say he
That's
should go to
all it is.
Prem. City or United. Mostly City.
He'll go to City. No one wants to play for
He'll
United.
definitely go to
They're
City.
terrible.
He'll definitely go to City.
Well, it also depends on if Pep. Well, who's their next manager? Because if when Pep leaves,
Hmm.
I don't know. A lot changes whenever a star manager like him is gone from the Prem.
That's what City needs to definitely pick him up.
So we'll have to wait and see where that goes. But anything else you want to talk about for today?
Um, that's pretty much it. We pretty much covered everything. Aubameyang, he's getting put up on the transfer list
Yeah.
from Arsenal. So, and they talking about doing a swap deal with Real Sociedad striker. So we pretty much cover everything. There's nothing else I can really talk about. Nothing updated yet.
Well,
It's the beginning of the transfer list. So
yeah, this is the beginning. So we got a couple more episodes we'll probably bring out before the end of January, and then probably one after January on transfer day to see how it goes. But um, yeah, I have been your host Davion,
I've been Nila.
and this has been the post game.